Hey guys, it's me again. I haven't done another video in a while like this, so I figured why not do another one. This one is my top 5 favorite dinosaur villains in the Jurassic franchise. So basically what I'm going to be doing is telling you my top 5 favorite dinosaur villains. So I'll go from like least favorite to favorite. So 5 to 1. It's basically going to be the villains from like each film. So from the big one from Jurassic Park to the Indoraptor from Fallen Kingdom, you know? So this is just personal preference. You don't have to agree with me on this one. It's just personal opinion. Alright? So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5. The Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I thought it was a really cool design. I liked the design of it, the black with the yellow stripe, and the fact that it looks like a raptor and it can sometimes walk on all fours. But here was my problem with the Indoraptor, why it didn't reach higher on the list. It's because it's way too far-fetched for me. Like, the Indoraptor, though a nice design, was way too far-fetched. I mean, like, it gave me more of an alien slash dragon vibe than it gave me a dinosaur vibe. And the Indoraptor's pretty badass, don't get me wrong, it has some badass moments. And that scene where it fights Blue is pretty epic. But, it feels like it doesn't come from a Jurassic Park movie. Like, if you were to watch it, you'd think you were watching something else and not Fallen Kingdom. But that's just me. Tell me what you think of the Indoraptor in the comments. Number 4. Indominus Rex, Jurassic World. Now, the Indominus Rex, though very far-fetched like the Indoraptor, it's not quite as far-fetched. Like, instead of acting like an alien or a dragon, the Indominus Rex actually acts like more like a real dinosaur. Like, it could have existed in real life. You know? Like, and that's what I want. If you're gonna make a dinosaur hybrid, make it look realistic. Don't get far-fetched with the Indoraptor, just make it realistic. And the Indominus Rex does just that. I liked the Indominus Rex. It was a pretty enjoyable dinosaur. Or hybrid or whatever. And the fact that it can camouflage is pretty badass. But the problem I had with the Indominus Rex, the roars, the sound effects, the roars, it was just, the roars were pretty boring. They're not very scary. It looks scary, but it doesn't sound scary. The Indominus Rex is just, yeah, it's far-fetched, but not as far-fetched as the Indoraptor. And I gotta say, it was a pretty enjoyable dinosaur to watch. Number 3. The Buck from the Lost World. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Buck isn't technically a villain. Well, it is. I'm talking about dinosaur villains. And the raptors were more minor antagonists because they only appeared in two scenes. One with the long grass scene, and the other where it attacks Dr. Malcolm, Sarah Harding, his daughter, Ian's daughter, Kelly. Like, other than that, the raptors don't appear at all. And the compies don't count either. The Buck T-Rex, though not as badass of a T-Rex as Rexy, I thought the Buck was still badass. It terrorizes San Diego, and, like, the Buck was better than the Indominus Rex because at least it was authentic. It was a real dinosaur. Yeah, so, I just thought the buck was okay. Yeah, the buck had some very funny moments, like when it was looking for water, it drank out of a pool. I thought that was pretty badass. Like, and it could break through those patrol signs. It smashed a bus. Oh my! Like, what more could you want from a dinosaur? But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Buck Rex. Number 2. The big one, Jurassic Park. What has to be one of the most dangerous dinosaurs in the Jurassic franchise is the Velociraptor known as the Big One. In the first movie, the raptors had to be moved to a more secure enclosure. Because they were originally 8 raptors, and the big one killed all but 2. And the big one commanded the other 2 to try and escape, to bang on the gates in a desperate effort to escape. And yeah, oh my god, the big one was ruthless. Like, I mean really ruthless. One of the most dangerous raptors, and the big one was highly intelligent. The big one was just... the big one was basically a mini Indominus Rex. That was a time where raptors were scary. Like, I mean really scary. I had nightmares about the big one for a while, and I really liked the kitchen scene. That was like the best scene in the entire movie. While Lex and Tim were trying their best to hide from the raptors were stalking them. And you could hear the clawed toe tapping on the ground. Like, it was just an awesome scene. And I really enjoyed it. The big one was a very enjoyable dinosaur in the franchise. And my number 1 favorite dinosaur villain in the Jurassic franchise is the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. Now, I know what you're thinking. Of all the dinosaur villains that's considered your favorite, why the Spinosaurus? Well, I'll tell you. Let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, I used to absolutely despise the Spinosaurus, because it killed my favorite dinosaur, the T-Rex. I was a huge T-Rex fan back then. Kind of still am, to be honest with you. As I got older, I began to like the Spinosaurus. And before you go in the comments saying, well, which do you like better, T-Rex or Spinosaurus? And you get into all these arguments like that controversy that goes on to this day. Let me just say, I like the T-Rex and Spinosaurus equally. 50-50. I don't like the T-Rex more than the Spino, and I don't like the Spino more than the T-Rex. And I think they should have equal love. If you want me to get into that controversy, then I'll do that in a separate video. But here's why I like the Spinosaurus. Here is why I like the Spinosaurus. It is a total badass. When it is not killing T-Rexes, it is a very enjoyable dinosaur to watch. When we saw the Spinosaurus, it was able to absolutely destroy a plane, turn it into scrap, break through a steel fence, take down a T-Rex, and tussle with a crane. The Spinosaurus was just a downright badass. At first I found it bogus that it would be able to kill the T-Rex. But then I was reading this article, I saw this picture of the Spinosaurus, that it was actually a hybrid. There was no ordinary Spinosaurus. It was like part Suchomimus or something like that. I'm not sure. But whatever. I'll get to that in another video if you'd like. But anyway, remember how I said that the Indominus Rex didn't really have a good roar? It was very bland. The Spinosaurus, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. It has a badass roar, and it is very chilling. Hell, I've even had nightmares to this day about the Spinosaurus. It was just a creepy dinosaur, a scary dinosaur. And I had the chills when it's not killing T-Rexes. It's a very terrifying and exciting dinosaur to watch. Like, I really liked the Spinosaurus. And I really liked its design as well. But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for this video. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and tell me in the comment section who your favorite dinosaur villain is, or favorite dinosaur in the Jurassic franchise, or favorite dinosaur in general. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one.